There it is.
I'm having a lot of issues just in general, but what do you think of me?
Um, look all of the view the
Why is this happening? Okay,
okay. What?
just turn.
Yes. Okay. What happened?
What did happen? Nothing?
Oh, I was trying to get the technical things working and now have more or less. What is up? I could not hear you before it was connected to my headphones.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Pop. Oh, wow. Look at that Santa beard. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Um, hmm.
Hello.
Yeah.
You
Hi.
rang.
Yes. I think you guys can mute, or I might like to hear you laugh. I'm not sure. I'm trying to make a recording where it's mostly me and you guys don't have to be in it, so you can pop out of using your camera and still laugh with your microphone on.
Oh, I did not. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's not required. I haven't done this in a while. Multi immersive. What's that? No, I don't like that. Multi-speaker. Yeah. So, wow. Thanks everybody for coming. I just sent out a few little quick last minute emails to people and they said, "What's this?" And I said, "Well, I'm doing act three of my one clown show for my dad." And so anybody who gets this message will be able to enjoy it as well. Let's just get started, shall we? Hi. Hi, kids. Jusby the Clown and comedy consultant here, justbytheclown.com. Welcome back from intermission. As you might remember, in the first half of the show, we had Indonesian fables taking place in the old-timey days, and Act Two had infanticide uh, from defenestration. And so I hope that during intermission you have resolved any feelings about that. And in this act, there is only some child neglect, gun violence, and permanent disfigurement. So lighter fare. And it takes place in the Pacific Northwest, uh, mostly. It also takes place in Michigan. And it is from back in the day, the before times, uh, before the internet, when I was a human boy going to public school. Let's see, a little bit about me. Like I said, it takes place in Portland and Michigan. My parents are divorced, and so my father lives in Michigan, and my mother and stepfather at the time lived with me out in Oregon during the school year. And adults noticed by kindergarten that I was different, I guess, and they selected an alternative school for me to go to. Public education, but alternative, so non-traditional. And I went to Metropolitan Learning Center. Ah, that sounds very intelligent making. MLC for short. And it is located in Northwest Portland, 23rd and Gleason. I chose this story because I was doing the show at the Coho Theater in Northwest, a few blocks from where this took place, and I thought that would be appropriate to tell you this story. Uh, MLC, a big stone building, 3 stories counting down there. They had a pool in the basement, everything, cement steps leading up to it, cement playground, metal monkey bars, metal teeter-totter, metal slide, metal swings. I visited recently. Everything is cushy and it's all insulated. But back then in the 70s, uh, uh, times were tough, I guess, and kids learned to be tougher. So it was in Northwest Portland, and we lived in Southeast Portland. Now, what that means for people who are aware of Portland is there's a river that separates those two sides there, the east and the west. And at the time, we did not own a car, nor did the school provide school buses to take me from one quadrant to the other quadrant. So at a very early age, it was decided that I could learn how to ride the public transportation system. Yes, the TriMet buses. It takes two buses with a transfer between to get to school and get home every day. And it's back in the day, no small change. It cost about 16 cents, I guess. Hey, welcome. Aloha ha. We're talking about going to school and as public education normal human boy in Portland. So my typical morning was in my bedroom, which was in the basement, wake up, get out of my hide-a-bed, my folding couch bed, up the stairs and fix myself breakfast. Typically, breakfast was Cheerios, and typically the milk was powdered. So I would create my own milk, one bowl at a time, eat that, walk out the door, walk up the street, cross the street, wait for the bus. The bus driver would be like, "Hey, Jusby, how it be? What's the tea? Where you heading? What do you want to see?" Just going to school again, like always. All right. And we would go down from Southeast 46th and Lincoln down to the river's edge and cross over the river, over the Hawthorne Bridge. Now, the Hawthorne Bridge has a song that it sings when you drive over it, and it sounds a little something like this. Okay, now we're in Southwest. Great. Well, this is not where school is. Get off the bus, walk a little bit, show the transfer to the new driver there, and going to school in the Northwest. And we get to Metropolitan Learning Center and go to school there. So that's all been established. That's how things normally went. On this day in particular, it was lunch recess. And if memory serves, I perhaps had not eaten. No one made my lunches, and I didn't make my own lunch. And eventually my free lunch tickets ran out, and eventually nobody did anything. And I wiped down tables, and they let me eat whatever was left over. Whatever. That's a lunch story. But also, because I lived way over there, I didn't necessarily have many friends from my neighborhood that I would play with at recess. So I remember on this particular day just being alone and looking out on the metal playground equipment and everything, and the cement, and people are playing soak'em, which is another name for dodgeball. And I had made up a game for myself, a little challenge for myself. There were these stone steps that led out from the building into the playground, and I would jump down. I would kind of running down and then jump the last step. The next day, two steps, and then three, and then too many. On the day in particular, I had selected an ambitious jump into the playground, and I took the leap. Uh, oh, oh, and I landed funny. I always remember there was a kid sitting over by a tree there. Have a nice trip. Will I see you next fall? Oh. Now, I don't remember much anything else happening during that recess. I just remember waiting there, pondering the error of my ways. The bell rang. Diaspora of children leaving, going into the building. Well, I got to go back up there and cross the scene of the crime here. These very steps. Put some weight on it. That's not going to work. Hop, hop, hop. Big double doors. More stairs. Hop, hop, hop. And this first door is the office. And by this point, the pain has got me, and I've considered things, and I think, I'll check with an adult. Let me go in here and see if there are any adults that can help me. Oh, hey, Jusby, what's the deal? What's the tea? What did you see? Oh, hey, I've heard tell of a school nurse. Is that a thing? I've heard that maybe in the event of medical emergency, there need to be a school nurse. I don't know if this is an emergency. I don't think it's a Band-Aid issue, and but the thing is, I took a giant leap out there and I landed funny, and I've been hopping. I don't like it. Oh, well, she's gone home for the day. Oh, I see. Well, you're an adult, right? You have any thoughts, suggestions about this? This is before cell phones. We didn't have a car. I don't know what's going on here, but the nice lady in the office is saying, I think you should try not to put too much weight on that one. You should favor the other one. Ah, like I've been doing, yeah, from there to there. I was just kind of not use that foot that's all messed up. Okay, great. Out the door, hop, hop, hop. My next class is upstairs. This is a big building, right? Hop, hop, hop. So big, you the staircase turns and you go up more. Hop, 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 and down the hall. Hop, hop, hop. And it's math class, which I hate. Long division, so pointless. You're not going to have a calculator with you everywhere you go, they say. Oh, really? Anyway, I was just glad to be somewhere where I could sit and put that foot up. And I don't remember any of the rest of the day, but school bell rang. Diaspora of children. Whoosh! And they're all leaving the building. All right, well, guess I'm going home too. Hop, hop, hop down the hall. Hop, hop, hop. First set of stairs. Hop, hop, hop. Next set of stairs. Hop, hop, hop. Next set of stairs. Hop, hop, hop. Next set of stairs. Hop, hop, hop. And then I'm on the street, and the bus does not come directly to the school. Hop, hop, hop. Wait to cross the street. Check the light. Hop, hop, hop. And there's all these kids waiting and adults too, and the bus comes up and they go in. Whoosh. And the guy doesn't have time to check with us, and I want to show him my transfer. And he says, that's your Clown Fest pass. Just get on. Well, see, the thing is, sir, I took a giant leap and I've been hopping. I landed funny and just sit down. Well, in fact, at that time of the day, the bus is packed. All the kids, all the adults, there's no seat. And I'm just pick something and I lean on it, try to favor the other one as it were. And we go from northwest down to southwest and ring the bell, get off the bus, hop, hop, hop. My transfer's not right here, it's up there, so I gotta go. Anyway, kids of all diaspora and all the other directions, and I'm alone going to the 15. Hop, 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 wait for that bus to come up. Hey, Jusby, how'd it be? What's the tea? Well, the thing is, today is I took a giant leap and I landed funny. And I've been hopping mad all day and I want to go home. All right, well, take a load off. All right, we'll get you there. Down to the river, over the Hawthorne Bridge, which sounds a little something like this. And if you know the tune, sing along. That's a short radio edit version. Anyway, no, then we go, go to southeast. Okay, we get all the way, ring the bell, get off the bus. All right, yeah, we'll try again tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Hop, hop, hop. Cross the street, look both ways. Hop, hop, hop. There, I can see my house. Hop, hop, hop. There's the front porch. There's some stairs that go up to my front porch. Hop, hop, hop. And guess what? I'm a latchkey kid, so I pull a key off my chain, stick it in there, open it up. The door yawning open into the dark house with no adults or anyone at all. Hello. All right. Well, then I rely on a coping mechanism which has served me from infancy all the way to the present moment, and that thing is called a nap. What I needed then was a nap in my bed, in my bedroom, in the basement, down some stairs. Hop, hop, hop. Going downhill is fine. The gravity's doing the work, and crash out. Time passes, I don't know. But then I hear a voice at the top of the stairs. Hey, Jusby, what are you doing in the dark? I'm having a nap. I hurt myself. Oh, what'd you do? Oh, let me check in on you. And there comes Mom down the stairs. And, well, I took a giant leap and I landed funny. Oh, well, let's see. And she goes to, squares it. Ah! Oh, can you stand up and put some weight on it? Well, the nice lady in the office said not to do that. I've been trying not to put any weight on it, but let me try it for you, Ma. Ah, no, that's not good. Hmm. Well, she quickly realized that we should go to the doctor. Yes, that's the best thing I've heard all day. Let's go to the doctor. We don't have a car. Okay, well, Mom and I go upstairs, and I'm kind of leaning on her. Hop, hop, hop out the front door. Hop, hop, hop out the front door, across the street, look both ways, wait for this next bus. This is the night driver. He doesn't know us. He's a kid and his mom, and he's like, yeah, we're going to the dock because I took a giant leap. He landed funny, and I landed funny. Yeah, all right, whatever. Down the river, over the Hawthorne Bridge. Sing along if you know the tune. It goes like this. The hospital's not right where that bus goes. You got to transfer again. Hop, 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 get on a different bus. Up to the hospital. Get out, and the first person I see, it's Nurse Hubris. And I know that was her name because her name tag. And I says, am I in a Greek tragedy? Eh, turns out, sort of. And she says, oh, kiddo, what brings you here today? Oh, well, my foot, but very poorly. You see, I took a giant leap and he landed funny, says Mom. And I landed funny. Yeah, I totally did. Well, the doc will probably see you in a moment here. Where did you go to school? Oh, I go to MLC, Metropolitan Learning Center. That's where I work in the mornings and all. But you might want to consider your schedule a little bit because many medical emergencies happen during the lunch recess. You're gone, and I'm all owie. I'm going to see the doc. Well, first we get an X-ray. Oh, wow, cool. And the doctor comes in. This is Dr. Sydney. And Sydney can be a boy's name or a girl's name or the capital of Australia. But in this case, it was Dr. Sydney. And Sydney comes in. He says, "But well, before we start here, I want to go over a few things. You know your hand? Oh yeah, I've heard of it. This thing right here. Yeah. It has many bones in it. Oh, fascinating. Yes, they're called carpals and metacarpals. And that is trivial. I don't know why you're saying that, but okay. Sure, sure. You know your foot? Oh, it is what brings me here today, and rather poorly. Yes, it also has many bones. You don't say. And they are called tarsals and metatarsals. Oh, there's kind of a thing going on there with that sound. Okay. And oh, they are numbered too. So one, two, three, four, five here, as in this little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home. This little Doc, you don't have to. This little piggy took a giant leap, and this little piggy landed funny. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so X-ray. See this guy here? Oh, look at that. And I pondered my mortality. Look, part of my skeleton is showing. The guy, one day I won't exist. What's going on with this picture? He says, see that little black line there? Yeah? Not supposed to be there. Oh, can you do anything about it? Yeah, we can Photoshop it right out. Oh, really? Yeah. Of course, the bone won't heal and you'll still be in pain. Hmm. Can we save the foot? Oh, yeah, 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 sure. We'll put a cast on it. Cast, I've heard of those. Oh, a cast of thousands? A cast and crew? Cast and crutches is that particular pairing. Okay, well, okay. And then he pulls out some scissors and he starts cutting my pant leg. And I think, Doc, I don't think we're there yet. What's happening? What are you doing with that for? They're doing surgery on my garments here. The cast is going to be too big for your leg and to go through the pant leg. So lots of stretchy pants for you for 6 to 8 weeks. And okay, plaster of Paris, little rubber foot on it, and I can put some weight on it. Okay, that's all right. Well, I can go step thump, step thump. Do you want some crutches? Oh yeah, sure, sure. Matching set, sure. cast and crutches? Okay, you gotta go to the crutches store. Okay, well, I guess we were headed out of here anyway. On the bus. So we go on the bus and, hey, guess what? I got the cast. I'm going to get the matching crutches. That's great. I see a lot of people coming here pretty banged up and they all leave looking kind of different. So we go down to the crutches store. Hey, crutches guy, can I have the matching set to go with this one? Oh, sure, let's measuring up here. Okay, let's feel how that goes. Ka-thunk swing, ka-thunk swing. This is great. Oh, I'm making time here. Bye, Mom. Ka-thunk swing. Come back, come back. All right, I'll wait for the bus. And we go down and we get home. Okay. And in the morning, I gotta go back to school and show off my accomplishment. So I'm there, ka-thunk swing, get on the bus. Jusby! Huh? Yeah, I know. Remember the giant leap? Well, I have the cast and the matching crutches to go with. Well, try to be more careful next time. Oh, yeah, I can't make that same mistake now. Get to school, and first thing I do is I go into the office, and they're having their morning coffee, and they see me coming. Oh, oh, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't have X-ray vision. Not like my doc. Not like Dr. Sidney. Oh, that guy saw right through me. He said there's something inside of you that's broken. I said, I know. That's what I've been trying to tell people. Something inside of me is broken. And he says, we're going to put this cast on you. And it's going to be like the hug that you've always wanted. For 6 to 8 weeks, it's just going to hold in place that broken part of you. And by the grace of the cosmic giggle, probably your bones will just mend back together invisibly and seamlessly, okay? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, kids at school liked this, as they do. They will autograph the cast, they will autograph the crutches at an alternative school. And that was peculiar. Now, part of the story in my mind goes vague, like, when did this happen exactly? And I think it must have been very late spring because I don't remember anything about the rest of the school year. I remember going to Michigan with the cast still on. So within that 6 to 8 week period there, summer vacation started, and there I am in the airport and checking out the stewardesses going, check out my cast and matching crutches. Woo, I took a giant leap. Well, I landed funny, but how it goes. Oh, poor baby. You want some coffee? So that's what they would do on an airplane to a young child, give them some coffee. And there I arrive in Michigan, and there's Dad going, oh, wow, you really did it. Yeah, you broke your first bone. Okay. Well, so glad to see you. Glad you're here. Now, the deal is I don't have summers off, so I'll be working during the week. I'll see you in the evenings and the weekends, and some of the time we'll farm you out to some other relatives. You'll have a great time here in the summer, but for now, uh, park yourself on those giant bean bags, kick back, put that foot up, watch some cable TV. Okay, Dad, if you say so. And there's Eddie Murphy. Oh my gosh, Bill Cosby. Oh my gosh, Robin Williams. Oh my gosh, Jonathan Winters. All these folks, I'm laughing and having a good time. Laughter's the good medicine, is there, right? Sure it is. Okay. Now the day came. Somebody must have told Dad to put it on the calendar. I was not having a day timer. I don't know. But he came over and he says, I guess it's about time. Your bone's probably healed in there. And so we could go to the doctor and get that taken off. And I'm like, okay, I guess he says, whoa, whoa. I says, we could go to the doctor or I could take it off. Right. Well, I've got a lot of tools and everything. Dad, you're an electrical engineer. Were you going to solder it off? Says, no, no, you've seen my tool bench. I have hammers and hammers, drills, and saws. What the heck? No, I'm kidding you. I have vice grips, and I've got a little thing, little snips. Okay, we can do this. Don't you trust me? Ah, well, sure, 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 sure. Now, the thing I hadn't considered back then that I now know as an adult was that I did not have health insurance. No, Dad probably didn't either. I don't know. Why bother? I'm only there 3 months of the year. Were you going to cover me for accidents and stuff? So this whole I'm going to take a trip to the doctor and pay this guy to remove this silly little cast? No, 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 no. Uh, but the one tool that Dad had that he introduced me to that I think is the most valuable that many people should get, and that thing is Occam's razor. Occam's razor. And I have the quote of what that originally was here in the Latin. Now, I'm not much of a Latin lover. I try. Pluralitas non est ponenda sin necessitate. Okay, so what the heck does that mean? Oh, pluralities should not multiply without necessity, or in other words, don't get more hypotheses than you need. Generally, the simplest one will be the best one. Or, as we know, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And Occam's razor is right there to say, this is what you need. And so Dad saw through that cast. He says, we want that foot out here having a good time. I'm smarter than a plaster of Paris. Smarter than Paris Hilton, in fact. Smarter than a pair of slacks. So we got that thing off. Ah, spoiler, I still have both feet. No blood was shed. Inside, the skin was gray. I had not showered in 6 to 8 weeks, I guess, maybe once. But you put a bag on the thing and you get your foot outside and you're trying to do. As a young tween, I thought I didn't need to bathe. Why bother? Kids that age do. Yeah, they probably should have. Pretty ripe. But I scrubbed that skin and then I felt pretty good. And then I was walking again, putting a weight on it, and I told you that story to tell you this one, which is a line from Bill Cosby. That horrible man. What happens next is the neighbor kids come over. The word got out. Hey, the Jusby's free. He's ready to ramp and rage or whatever we did back then. I say, hey, kids, what are we gonna do for fun now? BB gun war. Oh, oh, whoa, BB gun war, huh? Oh, I've heard of those. Let's see, how does that work? Well, let's see. We pump these up here. I don't know. You know what a BB is? It's about yay big, and it's a little spherical piece of metal that, combined in this tube with pressurized air, will fly at high velocity towards your intended target. Yes, and do some damage. Now, this is before airsoft, before Nerf guns, before laser tag, before paintball. I don't think it was before common sense, but maybe in my mind, I don't remember any particular gear or rules. Maybe long sleeves, but definitely not the safety goggles, which probably would have been down in the work area. And the thing is, I lived out in the West Coast, kind of going to an alternative school. My parents there were pacifists, you might say, I guess. All of them. I didn't own a BB gun. I didn't really know what to do. I felt I wanted to be a warrior and be a macho guy and play boy games. Now, these Midwest kids had enough BB guns to go around, including one for me, which says to me now they had done this before. Let's shoot at the hippie. Shoo! And I don't know, we just started and like, I'm gonna go and I'll start firing without maybe even bothering to figure out how this thing works. And they've already found their sniper spot because while I was hopping around, they were shooting robins on the wing, squirrels crossing at inopportune moments. So there, in a matter of moments, I'm aiming, maybe getting a few shots off. And what I remember is, oh, 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 the tooth fairy's gonna be so pissed. Those were my big boy teeth. And I went into, of course, a war rage and went, I got the guy. I'm gonna get you, shoot you point blank in your eyeballs and down your pee pee. Choo, choo, choo. Oh, truce, truce, truce. And so we didn't play that. Oh gosh, I've got 9:50 to do upgrade today. No, not upgrading. I'm gonna just talk faster. I don't remember anything about the rest of summer at all. Because this story resumes where I'm back in the Pacific Northwest, sitting in a dentist's chair, my stepfather's dentist chair, and trying to explain, I see, right here, there's a hole, a BB kind of shooting at me. And can you do anything for me, Doc? Hmm, actually, I can't. I probably can't. No, not where it's at. No, I don't think anybody will notice it. You're lucky you didn't get your eye shot out. Okay, I guess now you have a story to tell and all. Hmm. Well, okay. Nobody notices. Nobody cares. Okay, that's fine. Usually I told this story, and all of these stories, they end with a moral. Or a morale if you're an anti-moralist, or a morel if you're a mycologist, because morels are these little treats you get after you've had horrible adventures in the forest. Yeah. So usually the moral, morale, morel of this one is look before you leap and look twice before you shoot. But I quickly realized that was insufficient. What there is to say, though, is that some breaks, some injuries will heal. If you get the hug that you need and you are kept in that safe environment for that time, invisibly, by the grace of the cosmic giggle, the bone will mend invisibly, and you can go forward and make new mistakes. But sometimes your mask gets chipped permanently. And your injury, your mistake, your misstep, your tragedy is going to be as plain as the nose or smile on your face. And anyone who takes the time to show up and really see you will notice that. And we hope they will also see, oh, I got the twinkle in the eye of some other pranks that you had that were a good time too. But the whole of you can be apparent, and that's there. And I've told this story a bunch of times, and I get to, like, maybe after telling it in group therapy, would think, oh, what I thought was a humorous anecdote settled the vibe in the room, and people went, I'm so sorry. What? Oh, no, wait. Let's not feel sorry for this Gen X kid here who was neglected or whatever, whose injury was dismissed, and people cut corners and they couldn't fix things better than him. No, I'm not going to feel sorry for that kid. That kid who had his own spending money, the key to his own place, was the master of public transportation and has since ridden public transportation all around the world, might add. We're not going to feel sorry for him. Now, and I like to think of how Mr. Rogers says, look for the helpers. Well, yes, surely these bus drivers were very reliable. They seemed interested a lot of the time. They did not get me lost. They got me where I needed to go. Um, the office ladies, the math teacher, whatever. Mom knew what to do and went to the doctor. Yes. Dad was able to get the foot out and save $150 or whatever. Here, Doc. And the stepfather, he had some wise wisdom. Now, wait a minute. That's where I want to rewrite this story because this is fine as a plain old anecdote, but turn it into a fable, to turn it into something fantastic. I'm going to shift reality here. What I want to do is I want to cast Dr. Joe in a role that I wish he would have done, not just there, but in general. See, because what happens when you're an interesting, outgoing, whatever, theatrical type person in the arts and the performing arts, especially, is that adults will come on with this very cautious vibe around you about, that's great, but you should think of a real job. That's right. You should have a backup plan. You should be realistic, so on and so forth. And they pitch a lot of the downside of it. And for a young person, that is very persuasive. The downside of wanting to be an actor or clown, for instance, is you're going to get a lot of rejection. you're going to be in this long line of extras waiting for a role in this cast, and you won't have any lines. They won't show your face. You won't be in the credits. You won't be able to make ends meet. You'll be a starving artist. Do you want that life for yourself? Rejection over and over? Very few people make it. Well, I guess when you put it that way, maybe I should work at a restaurant or wipe the butts of disabled people or sharpen pencils for second graders. I guess those are reliable forms of income, etc., etc. Now, all of that kind of message comes from people who are not performers themselves. They are not pitching the positive upside of it. But what if I go into doctor's office, Dr. Joe, and I sit in there and he comes in and he's all like, "Oh, isn't that the Wascally Wabbit?" I'm like, "What's up, Doc?" "Oh, well, I heard you got a little injury there, so let's take a look here." Yeah, yeah, yeah. So a BB came right here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, so the thing is, those are your permanent incisors, but because of the way the BB, the impact was shared by three teeth, so it's not noticeable. Like there's no need to fix it at all. What I think is it adds some distinctiveness to your look. I think it gives you character. You have a war story now. Authentic battle damage. Well, yeah, I guess. But now that I have you here in the chair, I wonder in the next 3 minutes, can I do this little bit here? Yeah, yeah. So I want to share some observations, feelings, suggestions, and offers. Does that sound okay? Okay. So some observations. What I've noticed about you is that you have a good memory. You can remember things, memorize stuff. You have also the ability to improvise, make up stuff, and you can use your voice in many different ways, I guess. You can do different sounds with that. It's very entertaining for you and your friends and anybody who happens to notice you. And also with your hands and your whole body, you're very expressive. It seems that you're kind of a drama kid. And in this story, Dr. Joe had been a drama kid. He had been an engineer, a backstage techie. He was a sound engineer, light engineer, set engineer. So he was always on the periphery, and someone convinced him to give up that life and take a normal job and be a dentist. But he'd always missed out on it. So there he was, and he has this moment to kindle this flame in me, and he's all giving me the biz. So, hmm. I have some questions, some observations from my time in the theater. Now, isn't there a place in between the scaffolding and the structure of the script, the dialogue, the stage directions, the choreography, the blocking, all of that, and the moment when there's an audience and you're on the stage and it's just a free-for-all and you don't know what's going to happen? Isn't there something like that? Yeah, 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 there is. Now, isn't there also like this feeling when you're in the cast that you're also in the ensemble, you're in the troupe, it's like the theater family? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And isn't there sometimes backstage drama that's almost as interesting and hot as the onstage drama? At the time I would have said, yeah. But now I'd be like, oh yeah, there is backstage drama. Pay some attention to the man behind the curtain during the intermission, would you? Says, okay, so those are the observations and then his feelings. Oh yeah, he says, I'm really proud of you and that you're able to do this. I'm really glad that you're safe and that you didn't lose your eye. I'm really a little bit nervous about where you're going to go in life. And I'm really kind of excited how me and the other adults in your life have noticed this and we're going to support you all the way that we can. And so here's a suggestion. A couple of suggestions. I have less than 1 minute. We're gonna lose out, folks, on the big finale. So what happens? I need a membership to Zoom as a gift. It'll make me like wait 10 minutes or something to start a new one, or someone else can start a new one. What it is I suggest that you go to those clown camps this next summer. You can go to Mooseburger and then you can go down to the Wavy Gravy camp. And when you're old enough, you're a junior and senior, we'll take some trips to the clown colleges. We'll go down to the Del Arte School of Physical Theater. We'll go down to the Clown Conservatory in San Francisco and perhaps École Jacques Lecoq in Paris. What do you think about that? Nous allons en France, eh? Wow. Yeah, yeah, okay. Oh, and here's another suggestion here. Maybe a stage name or a nickname for you here. You like this one?